What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so today before you leave. If you like what you see, thumbs up the video and make sure to share on all your social media networking sites that you happen to be on at this time. All right, so I just want to hop in here real quick. This is just a quick recap of my last video on witchery and debauchery. Okay, so I spoke about mediums and spiritists. So basically, all mediums, I don't feel all mediums are in any way bad, because I do feel like there are some mediums who do have a God given gift of like clairaudience and clairvoyance and things like that. I mean, they can hear spirit, they can see spirit, so things of that nature. So I do believe that some of them do have this sort of like this God given gift to connect with spirit. So I don't think all of them are bad, but what I was more so saying was just giving a warning that you do need to be using the spirit of discernment and wisdom before you try to connect with any of them, before you try to do a reading with one of them, or trust the words that they're telling you, like, oh, I'm connecting with your aunt now or your mom and things of that nature. So you just want to watch out when you're dealing with any sort of person who is uh saying that I'm connecting with spirit. So just be very careful is my warning that I wanted to put out there. But I definitely wasn't saying that all of them were bad. I believe the Bible is speaking of, when it like warns against mediums and spirits. I think it is speaking, it's warning you too, and then it is talking about in certain time periods too. Like there's a story in the Bible where Paul was walking with like one of the other disciples, and there's a lady there, and she is like a psychic, and she just kept like prophesying to them, but kept saying, she just kept predicting about how they're gonna the Christ is he's gonna heal them and do things, and she's kept spouting out this this reading, this that she was getting, and so it kind of got on Paul's nerves, and like he basically like kind of took the gift from her because it's got annoying. But anyway, nevertheless, I think the Bible is referring to things in a certain time period, as well as today as well. So I do believe that some people have gifts. There's this psychic, I think his name is Reginald Lewis, I believe his name is, but he's always on the Steve Harvey show, and he's done like readings for Steve Harvey, and as well as Steve Harvey's audience members, as well as guests that have been on his show. And he's very spiritual, very connected with Christ, and I feel like he has a good energy. That's the energy that I get from him. So I just think that I think all of them are not necessarily bad. I was actually I was watching Medium, this guy named Ray Guzman, and I was watching one of his readings on Bobby Christina Brown, Whitney Houston's daughter. I was watching it last night, and he was speaking about how her spirit had gotten so tired, and it was trying to decide whether or not she was going to go, whether or not she was going to stay, which I think is interesting, because just to know that the spirit can decide sometimes, your spirit, your spiritual self can decide whether or not sometimes, like, whether you should stay here or whether you should go, depending on what's going on around you at that time. So sometimes it's a choice of whether or not to stay on this side or whether to go. So you do have that free will, that power. So it's just interesting, that God is just gracious and merciful in that area. And then I've had my own experience with psychics as well. I remember I got like some psychic readings, like this is before I came back to Christ, like a few years ago. I called that service California Psychics. I think I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 readings, so I didn't have that many. And it was interesting, some things that they told me, I found to be true about me. I said, okay, they're spot on. And then other things, Like, one thing the lady told me, she was referring to the man I would marry. Now that remains to be seen. So I don't know. I don't know about that one, but at the end of the day, you want to just see God's face on anything that you do. Doesn't matter whether you're feeling like going to a psychic, feeling like going to a spirit, just a medium, whatever, a tarot card reading, like whatever you're into, whatever you're feeling led to do, always seek out God, because you want to make sure that that desire you have is coming from Him, or is it coming from Satan. So you want to just be sure, so that you're not in a situation where you getting this reading from the medium, and the medium can be also good intentioned and sweet and nice, and they can be a Christian and whatnot, and you could still get a really bad reading, and all of a sudden these bad vibes are happening to you after your reading is over with. So you definitely always want to seek wisdom and discernment. That's really the whole point of this. It doesn't matter whether or not you believe in mediums or not, or you plan on seeing one, or you are one yourself. You should always, want to seek out God's His desires for you before you make a move. So yeah, but that's all I had. I just wanted to hop in and kind of clarify a little bit more about what I was saying. I didn't want to demonize all mediums, because I know some of you may feel like, well, I have that gift, and what do I do with it now that you're saying it's bad? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, seek God on that, just to be sure that that's where it's coming from, and that it's always a good thing, and it's the seed sown on good ground. So that's all I'm saying. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about the other video. Go watch the other video if you haven't watched it already. It's called Witchery and Debauchery. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments below about everything that I've said. And I will see you guys later. Happy Easter to you, by the way. Happy Easter to everyone. I hope you have a blessed Easter and a blessed Sunday. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.